trail camera. Let's see what we get in the box. The box is one of them, easy to open, and inside you will find the main body of your trail camera wrapped in a plastic bag, and a number of extras including manuals, USB cables and some marketing materials. Let's focus on the extras first. So in a small baggie we are getting 3 screws and plastic anchors, a small swivel arm style camera mount and round steel plate for installing your camera on a wall or fence. We'll get back to the swivel arm later, a regular micro USB cable and a long green strap for installing the camera on trees or poles. A marketing docket asking for a review where you can get a 32 gig micro SD card and another leaflet with some other free stuff for sharing your experience. Anyway, let's have a look at the main part of the set of our trail camera. It does look good and seems to be made from high quality ABS like Lego blocks, or it might be high density polyethylene. On the right side of the device there are 2 locks that are supposed to make the device water resistant when locked. When you open the device there is a small LCD screen on the left door of the device with some controls on it, and the right door contains your battery package. A surprising thing is that you can use only 4 or 8 batteries whenever you want. Just read the manual for details. Left part of the camera contains your micro SD card slot that can take up to 32 gigs, a 3.5mm socket allowing you to connect camera to a TV set, micro USB port and master control switch. On top of the front panel you will find a set of IR LED diodes. They are very bright, so manufacturers claim that they will illuminate up to 20 meters is 100% accurate. I will say they can illuminate even more. Here we have our lens that promises 14 megapixels and 1080p Full HD video. On the bottom of the front panel we will find 3 motion sensors, one in the very center and 2 sensors angled at 45 degrees so the camera can be activated before an object of interest is in the frame. If you have one you can use external power supply or a power pack that provides 6 volts and up to 1.5 amps. The set contains a swivel arm that allows installing the camera on a pole or a wall if you want to. It has a standard 1/4 of an inch screw, so if you want you will be able to use this arm for other cameras if you want to. I would have forgotten to tell you, the camera is water resistant, when locked of course. There is one rubber gasket around the right door of the camera and you have to remember to lock the door properly before setting the camera up so it remains safe and dry inside. As mentioned before, camera can operate with only 4 batteries inside, but you have to remember that if you want to use only 4 batteries, they have to be loaded into top or bottom slots, so you cannot simply load the batteries whenever you want. Remember that only 1.5 volt batteries can be used, so rechargeable AA's are not an option. Okay, let's get the device started for the first time. You will have to go to Setup menu first to choose what sort of photos or videos you want to take. You can set the interval between photos and videos and the video length. You can also choose between single, double and triple photos. Camera records audio as well as time lapses or time triggered videos. If you want to install your camera on a tree or a pole, you can always use the strap provided, and this is my favorite way of installing the device in the designated spot. Well, now let's have a look at the photos and videos I took with this camera, and I have to warn you, 3 of them are quite disturbing. To take my first photos and videos I set the camera on a small green plastic chair, and I made myself sure that the sensors are activated by waving the camera. Here is my first footage, me on the slide. Please be aware that I sped up some of the videos so you will not get bored easily. And here is my first photo. I threw a ball into the camera and here it is marked by red arrow if you did not notice it. A couple of other photos taken around the house and a short video of a middle-aged bald bloke. I hid the camera behind a street lamp and I invited our birds by introducing a couple of bread slices on the lawn. Here is the bird footage I got. This is our first customer. I am very sorry, but I have no idea what type of birds they are, so just watch the videos and pictures. As you can see in the pictures and videos, these birds were quite hungry and somehow funny in the same time. You will have to decide what sort of photos and videos you want to take, as there are many different animals and they tend to act differently, but for the birds I set up a 20 and 30 seconds videos with 2-minute intervals. As you can see, it worked pretty well. For bigger animals like bears or elephants, a different setting might be a better idea. My first night shots were quite weird indeed. I set up camera only for serial photos, 3 in a row, and no video. And I did not set the time and timer stamp, and I got them. Just tell me that this is normal at the end of June. Is it? What the beep? I got so disturbed by the photos that I decided to complete the review without setting the camera outside in the backyard. I just used my friendly beaver on a stick and a meter of fishing line. The photos and videos are alright, but the LED diodes are very bright and it is advised to use the night mode in open, non-reflective spaces and areas like forests and stuff like that, so reflections wouldn't not upset the camera sensor. Well, most of animals are not reflective. Just have a look how strong are the IR LED diodes. They illuminate my whole backyard, so I am happy and Mr. Beaver is happy as well. Remember about watching some other of my videos, and if you like the device, buy it using my affiliated links below. See you next time.